Hi everyone, so I want to do another video on porosity, and this video is strictly going to be about low porosity hair since that's the type of hair that I have, and I can definitely talk more about that. Alright, so I'm going to be sharing a few do's and don'ts for low porosity hair. Some of you guys may agree, some of you guys may not. Everyone's hair is different. If you guys have anything that you would like to add to this list, definitely go ahead and list them down below. So I'm going to start with the do's first. So number one on my do list is to deep condition with heat. With low porosity hair, like I mentioned in my previous video, low porosity hair is very, very stubborn, and without heat you cannot moisturize your low porosity hair. You can't get moisture into it, you can't get water into it. Nothing will get into low porosity hair without heat, in my opinion. And with my experience and with the research I've done, low porosity hair is extremely stubborn without heat. Pretty much heat is your friend when dealing with low porosity hair. For example, when I'm deep conditioning my hair, I put my deep conditioner into a little bowl and then I put it in the microwave for about 20 seconds, then I apply it to my hair. So that's pretty much what I like to do when I'm deep conditioning my hair. With heat, the outer layer of hair strand opens up and then the moisture can get in. So number two is to use a clarifying shampoo. Low porosity hair tends to get built up very, very easily. Just like I said, it's very stubborn, so products tend to just sit on top of each other on low porosity hair. If you don't use heat, it's just going to pile up. If you do use heat, then it will seep through, but eventually it will just pile up. So if you are dealing with buildup, you need to use a clarifying shampoo. A regular moisturizing shampoo is not going to work. It's just going to cause more buildup. And I experienced that last year. The end of last year, I experienced some serious buildup, which led to serious matting, which turned into dreads, and I definitely ended up with a little bit of breakage because of that. And then I realized that I had low porosity hair. But anyways, that's another story. If you are experiencing buildup, use a clarifying shampoo. And the one that I really love right now is the Pantene Deep Cleanse. It's this one right here, and I've talked about it in my regimen video. I use this maybe about once a month or so, or whenever I need a really good cleanse. Alright, I never use regular shampoo because it doesn't do anything for me. This is my shampoo. My clarifying shampoo is what I use in my hair when I have buildup. So you want to make sure you have a clarifying shampoo because low porosity hair tends to get built up very, very easily. So alright, so number three, low porosity hair likes protein, but it doesn't like protein. There's only 3 proteins that low porosity hair can take or, absorb, and those 3 proteins are silk protein, wheat protein, and hydrolyzed protein. So those 3 proteins low porosity can deal with. Anything else, it's too heavy, too large for our hair to absorb. So those are the 3 proteins that you really need to look out for when you're buying products. If you guys know, I use that Mega Growth Deep Conditioner, and I absolutely love it. It has, I believe, hydrolyzed protein in it, or hydrolyzed wheat, something like that, hydrolyzed protein, and my hair absolutely loves it. And so you want to check out the ingredients on the back of your products and see what proteins are in there. Like I said, silk, wheat, and hydrolyzed. Those 3 proteins low porosity hair loves. Alright, so now on to the don'ts. For me, for example, I do not like to blow dry my hair with heat after it's been moisturized. If my hair was already moisturized and then I go ahead and blow dry it with heat, all the moisture from my hair will just escape. Alright, so when I blow dry my hair, I use cool air. Alright, and I use the tension method. You can use the chase method or tension method, whatever you want, but I like to use cool air. So that way, the moisture in my hair stays in my hair. So a big no-no is to blow dry your hair with heat. It opens up the cuticles and everything escapes. Another don't would be not to use heavy oils or heavy products. Like I said, low porosity hair can only absorb certain amount of stuff. Our hair likes really light products. For example, grapeseed oil, olive oil. Those products are really great for our hair. It's very light and it's not heavy. My hair likes shea butter as a sealant, not as a moisturizer. Alright, something that my hair absolutely hates is this product right here, and it's the Queen Helen Cholesterol Hair Conditioning Cream. This product right here. I purchased this because a lot of people were saying that it was really good. It makes their hair feel so soft, and this thing was a disaster. I don't know if you guys can see, but this thing is extremely thick. As you can see, it's not coming out of the container. I can shake this thing and it's not going to come out. This stuff is extremely thick. This is a deep conditioner, by the way, and I tried it on my hair and I applied it to my hair. My natural hair started to spring up and get all curly, but when it came time to wash out, the product just slid off my hair like I didn't put anything on it. So this, for example, low porosity hair cannot absorb products that are extremely thick. Something that is very light and creamy is perfect for low porosity hair. Low porosity hair can absorb something that's very light. Something that's very thick, it's not going to get into our hair because our cuticles are shut very tight and they only open up, a certain amount. So this is not going to get into your hair. So you want to stay away from thick, heavy products. So the last don't that I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of you guys may not agree with me. Some of you guys may. For me, for example, my last rinse is with warm water. A lot of people say, oh, I thought you had to do your last rinse with cold water. When I'm washing my hair, my last rinse is always with warm water. Some people may agree, some people may not agree with that. Some people like to do it with cool water, which seals the cuticles and allows nothing to get in. For me, for example, I like my cuticles to stay open. So that's why I rinse with warm water, so that right after I'm done with the shower, I can go ahead and moisturize and seal my hair while my cuticles are still open. Then I go ahead, moisturize and seal, then go ahead and blow dry it closed with cool air. That is the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and it was helpful. Check out my previous video, 3 porosity tests.